Hi, my name is Matthew, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Seachem Tidal 55. It's a hang-on back filter rated for up to 55-gallon aquariums. Got this for a birthday present here recently, and going to be replacing the current hang-on back filter I have, which is a Aquarium Quiet Flow 20. So definitely upgrading. It's going on my 29-gallon tank here, and definitely over filtering just because of my stocking level. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and unbox this and get it installed, and we'll even do an updated review here after a week or two. So open it up and you've got your manual there, which I have already read, so we're good there. Go ahead and pull out the unit. Right, so we can go ahead and just take the lid off there, which actually that has a pretty cool feature on it that I will show you later. So right off the bat, we've got a box with some parts here. We've got what appears to be the Seachem Matrix that it comes with, along with a little mesh bag to put it in. We've got the basket, which we're going to go ahead and fill up with lots of different kinds of media, but it does come with a coarse pad here, and I think ultimately we're going to end up just using this as an outline to cut and put in the custom media that we want to put in there. And the basket's pretty good size. Some of the stuff I saw online had a few people complaining about the shape of it, how it's not exactly square, but I certainly don't mind that. Not a big deal to cut it into that shape. And then here we've got a couple different things where you can adjust the output flow, and then down here you can actually adjust the input as well. I read a few things saying that because you've got the surface skimmer here, that if you turn up the flow for the intake, that should actually make it so that most of the flow comes from the bottom rather than going through the actual surface skimmer here. So yeah, that's everything that comes with it. And let's go ahead and open the spare parts here, or not spare parts, but the extra parts it comes with. Alright, so we have got the intake tube along with the extender piece. From what I read online and I'd seen in other reviews, that only comes on the 55 and up models. The smaller models aren't going to have that extender piece, I don't believe. You've got the leveler, if you will, that kind of pushes against the back of the tank if you have a tank that it just doesn't fit quite well with. You can go ahead and push that and it'll level off the hang-on back filter. Got a heater holder. Now some people thought that was not really a big deal. I actually like that quite a bit. We'll see how it works in practice when I actually put that on there. And then here's another piece for the leveler. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get this all set up here. We're going to put in our custom media that we would like to use. So the first thing I'm going to put in some stuff I got called filter first. Got this on Amazon. From what I recall, wasn't too expensive. Cut it to size. And the nice thing about this is that it's supposed to be like a dual layer foam, where the first layer is going to be much more open, so the larger particles will get stuck there, and then the second layer is much finer, and that's going to catch the much finer particles. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and put down a layer of water polishing aquarium filter pad. That's from the same company, Aquatic Experts. Got it on Amazon. This layer is just a real thin, very, very fine layer. So we're going to do that, then that layer next, and we'll go ahead, and then on top of that, we're going to go ahead and put the Seachem Matrix, along with some of our old media from our old hang-on back filter, because I don't want to crash my cycle. I want to make sure it's a very seamless switch, and that I don't kill a bunch of good bacteria in this process. So I'm going to take some of the stuff I have in my old hang-on back filter. I've got some Seachem Matrix in there right now. I've got one of the filter insert pads that come with the Aquariums, and we'll go ahead and just cut that out honestly, and then layer that on top of this. Should be a pretty seamless switch, but first going to go ahead and do my weekly water change, and then while it's nice and low, I'll go ahead and switch the filters out, and we'll be right back for that. Alright, so now that I did my water change, I'm going to take the old hang-on back filter out, and we'll get some of the old media out of there so that we can put it in the new Seachem Tidal 55. I'm going to go ahead and take some of the pad I cut off my old filter. Go ahead and layer that in there. Should help us save some good bacteria, beneficial bacteria. Go ahead and take the Seachem, that in there, some of that. Plenty of mechanical filtration, biological filtration. Should be set. Okay, let's go ahead and get that. Drop that in. Now the cool thing about this filter is it does have this little blue thing. If you push it forward there, it's going to keep the basket in and keep it from going anywhere. Alright, so there she is, all installed. Now, if you're wondering what that extra piece is there, that doesn't come with the Tidal 55. That's something I found on Etsy. It's essentially to dampen the flow there so that it's not pushing the fish around too crazy. Sorry, the ring light is kind of messing that up there, but just makes it so there's not this huge downward flow. And we also got a pre-filter sponge on there. Kind of hard to see with the ring light. I'll turn that off here in a minute, but there it is. That is the filter. There's the surface skimmer. Looks like it's taking some stuff in there, bubbles. The heater holder working nicely. We got a good flow going. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. The lid has a feature where this little float valve here, if the filter needs maintenance and it's overflowing, that little piece there will pop up, letting you know that you gotta maintain the filter. So that's it, fish friends. I think so far I really like this filter, but only time will tell. And I will report back here in a week with how the tank looks. Alright, so here we are a week later after having installed the Seachem Tidal 55 hang-on back filter on my planted 29-gallon aquarium, and I must say I absolutely love this filter. Having the water line filled up to the top there, it's extremely quiet. You can't hear the pump at all. Any noise you would hear would just be the water if your water line wasn't up to where it should be. Aside from that, it's running great. You know, the water is obviously very clean. Something I forgot to mention in my initial video was the cool feature about the lid to the hang on back filter. It actually has these little holders there that if you need to take out the basket for maintenance for any reason, the basket clips in there, and this way, you know, when you're running to your sink, you're not dripping water all over the floor, which is great. So that's pretty cool. Aside from that, one thing I was kind of worried about with this filter was that the surface skimmer would, you know, take some of the food that I was putting in there for the fish before they would get a chance to get to it. It hasn't done that at all, which has been great. And you know, I occasionally find a dead leaf in there, I can just pluck it right out, but the surface skimmer has actually been great. Now you can't turn that off, so if that's a problem, this may not be the filter for you, but I don't have any shrimp or anything small like that that's going to get caught in there, so it's been doing great in my tank. Lastly, I did want to mention the baffle here that I attached. It's fantastic. If you want one, you can go to GalaxyGlowStudio on Etsy, and he sells these there. This is the Bell baffle. There's different types of baffles they sell. It's 3D printed, so it's actually made specifically for this filter. Clips right on, and I absolutely love it. Thanks so much for watching this review of the Seachem Tidal 55. Hopefully it was helpful in your decision to get this filter. I love it, and I know you will too. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thanks so much, and happy fish keeping.